Dream Team. It's your boy D Neal back with another reaction video, guys. Here we are with watch high-speed car chase across Sydney ends in violent crash on 9 News Australia. Before we jump into this, y'all know I need y'all to smash that subscribe button, ring notification bell, get a video a thumbs up so it gets suggested. You guys have a favorite video suggestion, you can subscribe to Patreon or drop it in the comment section. I actually got this suggestion on Twitter. Shout out Nigel Wesley at Wesley Media Hub. He tweeted me and then told me about this crash, and I was like, I got to react to it after he tweeted me. But before we jump in, make sure you subscribe. I already told you to do that. Let's jump in. What we got?
We're going to take you to breaking news, and bear with us because this is unfolding as we go to where right now. There is a police chase in Sydney southwest, and what we're going to show you is some live pictures coming from the news helicopter. It started in Sydney southwest around Bankstown near the M5. Now, at least 5 vehicles, we understand, are pursuing that white Hyundai Elantra. It is...
That Hyundai Elantra flying, bro. That Hyundai Elantra out here flying, it's pushing.
Severely banged up at the front, so how they are driving is actually in itself quite a miracle. You can watch them as they're
I swear to God! It's the hood up. Can they see over the hood, bro?
It's the sides of the road. The vision actually has been quite terrifying to watch. We've seen them mounting footpaths right now. The pictures we're looking at now is on M7 in Sydney southwest.
How you get around here?
Taking an exit right there past the toll booths, as you can see, driving significantly at speed. Looked like it was a 70k zone just there. Well, he's driving much faster than that at the moment.
He's flying, bro.
It's been unfolding for roughly around the last hour. As we mentioned, it started at Bankstown on the M5. We've seen them go on the Great Western Highway heading west. 5 police vehicles in pursuit. At one point, they backed off because it had been so dangerous. They had...
I don't see the police vehicles on the screen. I don't know if this Hyundai Elantra just they just got it like that, bro. It's just pushing like that, but I don't see the vehicles on the screen, bro. This is insanity. This is insanity
as well, and moving through into Bankstown.
It's taking a turn here. I mean, this car is travelling at significant speed when you see it flying past other vehicles on the road. Terrifying, probably, for other motorists.
And obviously the police are still trying to catch up to it too.
Yeah.
The police still trying to they still can't catch this Hyundai, bro.
More built-up areas as well, which is going to be a
driving. Look at that, driving right off the road there.
So what we hear at the moment is that they are city-bound on the M7. They have been. How this started, we're still trying to get information as well in terms of why.
Bro. You're not, because one thing you're not finna outdrive is this goddamn helicopter, bro. You give up. I don't see why people be doing these. Why they be running like this, bro. One thing you're not finna outdrive is this helicopter. You're caught, bro. They gonna keep you in sight, and they gonna be reporting to the cops where you at all times. You're not gonna break free. Give it up. Pull over. It's over.
They're evading police, but officers were quite close to them literally about 5 minutes ago while I was in the newsroom watching.
Oh, geez.
Well, entering a junction here where there's
red light.
There's a pedestrian crossing the road just nearby, heading onto the wrong side of the road now.
Oh, Jesus.
Driving
now it's scary.
Road, but heading in the wrong direction there, travelling against the traffic, weaving through very busy intersections.
And you can see how banged up it is in the front, so it's obviously caused significant damage. It's trying to turn around now. There's police, has cornered it.
There we go. We've got several police vehicles now.
Bro, they got Vin Diesel in the driver's seat, bro. What? I can't, bro. They got Vin Diesel driving this whip, bro. This is somebody from the Fast and Furious. My man hit that U-turn in the middle of traffic. The cops couldn't turn with him. Bro. This is insanity.
Woven through that traffic.
I swear to God they did.
Police. They came very
close
there.
Give it up, bro.
Turning now into oncoming traffic.
Oh,
and
my
several vehicles.
Oh, my
extremely
Jesus,
close
that's
to this
scary.
car.
That's so scary.
This I mean, that came very close to being brought to an end there, but this driver, whoever is behind the wheel of this vehicle, has managed to evade police again. There were several vehicles who were police vehicles that were very close to cornering that car.
They just trying to enjoy the last moments of their freedom. They trying to enjoy the last, because once they caught, it's a wrap. So enjoy the last moments of your freedom.
It's now got a free run again.
So maybe the police have locked off that road as it goes into the tunnel.
Here they come.
It's in pursuit now.
Here they
as
come.
They're heading into a tunnel. We also
Vehicles
saw before a person who seemed to not know what was going on crossing the road literally seconds as that car was coming around.
God dang!
So really dangerous driving here as we're seeing it speeding through again at high speeds coming out.
You can see in this shot the state of that
Jesus!
vehicle is well and truly banged up, isn't it? So it's been on quite the ride for the last hour or so.
Traffic intersection here. We'll have to see what's going on, but the police are
God,
keeping their distance, but
this
also
is
trying
crazy,
to keep
bro.
on this driver.
Well, this becomes the difficult juggling act for the police, doesn't it? Like you're staying away to avoid a potential crash, but at the same time staying on their tail. I've had a look at some close-up shots of the vehicle earlier. It looks like there could be someone in the passenger seat as well, so there could be more than one person in this car at the moment. That is also a concern for police. So. The problem is you're moving into areas in Sydney where we're potentially going into tunnels. You could go into a shopping centre. This becomes the next issue for officers. It's find a wall in the
area. Here we go. This is
here.
a pretty built-up set of traffic lights. The next manoeuvre.
Oh my goodness, they are having no concern getting
through
through
the way out of there.
Oh my God, bro! Oh my gee, I'm getting scared now. I'm legit getting scared. My heart's racing every time I see them turning into traffic, bro.
Almost into that maroon vehicle.
We're relieved to say at the moment it doesn't appear to have hit anyone in other cars while we're watching it, but that is not from want of trying.
Clearly hit something.
It certainly has.
In the moments beforehand.
Oh my God.
They're following us on radio at the moment in Sydney as well. Obviously police and the entire newsroom watching this to try and get as much information as they possibly can for you as we go to air.
Seven Hills onto the wrong side of the road, going into oncoming traffic again and out again.
They are whipping this Hyundai, bro. They are legit whipping this Hyundai Elantra, bro.
Borkham Hills now, so we're getting into a more suburban area off the sort of wide and open freeways that had been travelling on.
They right on your tail,
boy. There's a car that's coming right up now.
Yeah, and you know, just be aware if you're in this area right now. This person is showing no regard for the safety of other people. So do be aware that this is playing out in the Borkham Hills area right now. A vehicle crossing onto the wrong side of the road over and over.
So Borkham Hills, if you're moving into that suburban area, they've got a couple of ways that they could go. They could go out towards Blacktown.
Oncoming traffic again, wrong side of the road again, Davina.
Feeding north up into Hornsby, possibly. They could turn
that car
that
coming,
way,
bro.
Go straight out towards Penrith. So the problem with this area, where it is heavily built up as suburban area, it feeds into a number of different paths to get back onto freeways, to get out of Sydney and to make an escape from police.
Look at this populated area. This is really dangerous.
This vehicle now is metres from driveways, from people's homes.
Schools,
straight past another car and weaving through a bus. So there are an incredible number of dangers and hazards around at this point as we get into a more built-up part of suburban Borkham Hills in the Hills district of Sydney.
That was very close to that truck then. This is really alarming for all the other drivers on the road as it passes a bus flying through that. You know, that roundabout there.
And as Davina points out too, it's such a delicate balance for police officers at a time like this to give them enough room to not force an accident.
Give it up, bro. You're caught. I don't understand why they be thinking they could get away. Why my guys still trying to just pull over, bro? Give up. You're done. You're cooked.
Puts people at harm.
So they slowed down there remarkably because it was a school zone. You can see how close police have managed to creep up onto them.
Now in northwest Sydney, it's approaching Castle Hill now. So you can see that the ground this car is covering shows you how fast the driver of this vehicle, we think there's another passenger in the vehicle, is travelled. And the police, obviously, we've seen cars pull over as well, so the police obviously have their sirens on to warn people of this traffic. But, you know, it's still an accident could potentially and frighteningly happen at any time.
DC, you're talking about the distance that they've travelled from southwest Sydney to northwest Sydney. It is impossible to make it through that space of distance in the space of about half an hour, and that's exactly what...
Look, there's a pedestrian right there.
God.
This is getting really dangerous.
So this is a very busy intersection in Castle Hill.
Jesus!
Absolutely ignoring the road rules, clearly putting other drivers at risk. Windsor Road, heading towards Parramatta now.
Hitting the bus lane.
Exactly, hitting the bus lane, crossing barriers in the street, crossing onto the wrong side of the road. As we said before, no regard for the safety of others around them.
The police have backed off a little bit again, obviously trying to make sure that no one gets hurt and to keep up pursuit.
The problem is in northwest Sydney as well, because there's not a lot of public transport infrastructure. The roads are busy at the best of times around that Castle Hill area. So this is a whole new kettle of fish for the police.
So it's hearing that this pursuit began in southwest Sydney after some sort of crashed event. Oh my goodness!
Oh my God, bro!
Really driving dangerously.
This is oh my Lord!
It started around in Bankstown.
This is pure insanity. This is pure ridiculousness, bro. Like, come on, bro. You're not going to get away. There's no way. Pull over, bro. You're putting too much people's lives at risk. This is, it's just getting scary at this point. It's getting scary.
That distance and at that speed gives you an indication of how dangerous the driving and how erratic it's been.
My goodness, this is really...
I mean, we can't stress enough that if you are in this area, please be aware that this is happening, because this person is driving so dangerously, and we do fear, of course, that this is not going to end well with the erratic nature of this driving. Wrong side of the road. Look at this.
This is heart-rate stuff for people watching at home. We do understand how stressful this can be, and we hope that no accident occurs while we're giving you this life.
We have to point out now, I can't see any of the police vehicles in frame at the moment. I'm not sure where they are in relation to this vehicle that's being pursued, but they're far enough away to not be in shot for us. Knowing though the built-up section here.
Once again, they are not doing anything to stop.
Avoiding that traffic and carrying on.
Polair would be watching this from the air as well, so that's a good indication of how police are keeping a track on this while not endangering life.
That's what I'm saying, bro. You're not going to get away from this helicopter. You're not getting away from this chopper, my boy. You maybe could have evaded the police in them cars, but you got a helicopter on you, bro. Once the helicopter came in view, like, you should have known it was over. You should have known there was nothing you could do. You should have known, hey, like, I'm caught, pulled over, it's over.
They can't do anything to bring it to an end, though, from the sky, can they, at this point?
But a call-out would go to every single unit on the ground in that area.
But it's moving so fast, Avita, how they catch him and how they keep up with this person, we assume it's him in the car, in the driver's seat, is extraordinary.
So North Parramatta now we're entering. This is still Windsor Road. On the right side of the road at this point, which is something to be thankful for, but still travelling at an incredible pace.
Pushing through intersections
clearly
so
well
fast.
above the speed limit.
And it's that shot when you look quite closely. There appears
definitely
to
a
be
passenger.
Yeah, someone in the passenger seat of the vehicle.
Yes.
That clearly is a person there.
That is somebody. We don't know if they're distressed or not, if they're
Jesus
against their will there, but this is really, really kicking off.
Or entering a 40 zone there and clearly not adhering to that. Veering off here now, so we'll
hold on. They are turning left into the
see what the next move is. And bear with us, as Davina mentioned, this is all unfolding live. These are live shots from the helicopter, so we're gathering as much information as we can on the fly.
This is
North
crazy.
Rocks Road now in North Parramatta.
You can see how badly banged up that vehicle is in the front.
Yes.
That was what's caused this chase to begin with.
What on earth did they hit, bro?
There's some sort of accident with this vehicle.
The car, we understand, has Queensland number plates as well. 2 people inside that vehicle. We don't know, of course, if the vehicle belongs to them, but this did start in Bankstown in southwest Sydney around about, an hour ago, Davina, and has obviously covered a lot of territory in that time, now heading into North Parramatta. Heading into oncoming traffic again there, which is frightening.
There as well. This is really frightening.
And it's a way up for the police to try and almost navigate them into an area where it becomes safe. Is it safer in these suburban streets where the speed limit is slower, but it's built up, or do you try and steer this sort of incident onto a freeway or a highway where you can block it off, but again, people are travelling at speed and this driver clearly is doing everything they can to evade police. That looks like Pole Air just in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen there. So police from the air trying to keep an eye on what's unfolding right now.
And now we can see we're trying to just get a shot again then, but it was only about 3 or 4 minutes ago that police nearly had them cornered, and now they've just absolutely floored it again.
They was this close, and then he popped that Yui, bro. He popped that Yui and got
up
away.
there. So it's hard for us to almost for the choppers to keep up with what's going on here because they're just making such ground, Davina.
Different jurisdictions as well.
Oh my goodness.
That was centimetres.
That's crazy.
Very near miss between really two cars going in opposite directions. This is awful. And I tell you what, when this does come to an end eventually, there's going to be an awful lot of evidence against them with every dangerous move caught on camera.
Yes,
you can see that people are coming.
That's what's so stupid of them, bro.
Within seconds, they don't know that this is coming. These drivers on the other side of the road are just going about their day, and they are absolutely at danger at this point in time.
Well, the only blessing we know is that this is all over radio as well, playing at the moment in Sydney, so anyone on the roads hopefully is keeping updated with the movements of this vehicle as well, just as we are.
But just remind people what kind of vehicle it is, a Hyundai Elantra, is that correct?
White Hyundai Elantra, started around an hour
Queensland
ago
plates.
Bankstown. It has Queensland number plates. We, from what we can see, there are at least 2 people in the car, someone in the front passenger seat and of course the driver.
Is crazy.
How it started around an hour ago, word is of some sort of crash. And police have made several efforts to try.
Oh my God, okay, there you see they've hit a pole.
Oh, wow.
They have come to a standstill and now they're getting out. But the police are right on them.
Is that a police vehicle? Yes.
That's an unmarked car.
That's an unmarked police vehicle.
We're obviously behind the trees here.
Thank God it was a pole, bro. Thank God that it was a pole that they hit and not a person, bro. Jesus.
All unfolding behind the tree. Just bear with us a second while
So you saw that white Elantra hit that pole right in the middle of it. It made no mistake there. The police are on them in a second.
That's crazy, bro. That's all we got. You guys got a favorite video suggestion? Subscribe to Patreon or drop it in the comment section. It's your boy Neal. Out.